Welcome to the EPISD Digital Discoveries, exploring the world of education technology in the El Paso Independent School District.
Hi, I'm Tim Holt, and this is Digital Discoveries. I'm the Director of Instructional Technology with the El Paso Independent School District. I want to welcome you back to our episode today, and we're going to look in this segment at blogs. And some people have heard the term blog, so they think, what the heck is a blog? That's the weirdest thing. And so we're going to look at blogs, and we're going to kind of tailor this for our teachers out there. And so this is kind of a little segment just for teachers. A blog is an online space where somebody or a group of people put down their thoughts, and it's kind of like a digital diary. But the neat thing about a blog is that you can actually comment back and you can actually talk to the author. And blogs have been around for about 10 years, and there's famous people that put up blogs. Lots of authors have blogs. So if you've read a best-selling book, chances are that author has a blog site that you can leave comments, and that's a neat thing about them. So famous people have them, not so famous people have them, in between famous people have them, and we're going to look at a typical blog, and this is some education blogs, and then we're going to talk about why you'd want to do that. Why would you want to spend time reading somebody else's thoughts? You've got lots of thoughts on your own. Why would you want to be reading somebody else's? So this first one that we're going to go to, we're going to use as a kind of our example blog. And this one is called A Teacher's Life for Me. And this is a blog written by a man named Michael Soskel, and he's a fifth grade teacher. And he blogs about his thoughts on education. And so sometimes they have to do with what he's doing in class, and sometimes they have to do with education thoughts in general. But let's kind of look at his blog site and see what makes a blog a blog. So you can see, like up here at the very top is this title. So every blog has some kind of title. This one is called A Teacher's Life for Me. Kind of got that pirate thing going on. He's got his home page. That's the main site that you pop in. He's got a little web page about himself. And Fridays 5, it's another website that he talks about. So let's look at this blog entry that he wrote. It's called Love the One You're With. And he's just talking about some thoughts that have come to his mind about accountability. And, you know, now that I think about it, what's really cool about reading blogs is that sometimes we out here in El Paso think we're the only ones with particular problems, and we're the only ones struggling with accountability, with testing, students that don't want to work. We kind of think we're the only ones out there. But when you start reading blogs from teachers from all over, you start seeing that they're struggling with the same problems. And so you can actually read other people's blogs to expand your professional learning community to go beyond El Paso. It'll go way beyond where we're at. So here's his entry. He kind of wrote a long first entry, and it goes on. It's about 200 or 300 words. And if I click on that, if I click on that site, what pops up at the very bottom is posting a comment. So you can actually comment back to him. You can say, hey, you know what, here's what's happening in my world. Here's what I think of this entry. And so let's you can just type in anything you want to it. That's you'd probably think we're from Sweden or something if we do that. So we say, thanks, this is a great entry. You know, and bloggers like to be told they have good entries. And so we just say post a comment, and that's how blogs work. So you think, wow, I bet this guy's just out here all by himself. He's just putting stuff up and nobody's paying any attention to him. But that's not true, and I want to show you why. He's got on his website a little map, and that map shows where people are coming from all over the world to read his blog. And you can see that little blinking light right there. That's El Paso, Texas. That's us. We're reading his blog right this minute. And each dot on that map represents a place that is logged in and read his blog. So you can see that he's getting blog hits from all over the world. And so that tells me that this has got some pretty good content on it. So that's Michael's blog, and that's a good elementary a blog. It's a good place to start. Another neat thing about blogs is that people that blog often tell you what blogs they read, and Michael is no exception here. If you scroll down a little bit, you'll see that on the right-hand side, he's got a list of his blogs that he likes to read. And so you can see there's ones about geometry, there's ones about K-12, there's ones about successful teaching, there's ones about being a principal. So he's got lots of blogs that he reads, and that's an exciting thing. And so if you find a blog that you log into and you don't particularly like, look at who they're reading, and maybe that'll send you to another place. So that's elementary. So you middle school teachers, I want to show you like this awesome website. And this is, as a matter of fact, the reason I use awesome is because it actually says awesome in the title. This blog entry is called 50 Awesome Blogs for Middle School Teachers. And this blog site, which we have the address up on screen right now, this blog site actually has a blog for every single area in middle school. If you can think about it, in middle school, there's a blog about it. And so there's math and science and literature, and these are all blogs that are being written by teachers. These are all blogs written by teachers from all over the world. And so there's special needs blogs, there's just tons and tons and tons. So this is a great site this is a blog site for middle school teachers. Now the blog address that we have is really, really long, and we can actually shorten that. But the idea here is that all I did to find this is that I typed in Google middle school blogs, and this is one that I found in my search. You probably can find one with a much shorter address. I bet all of these ones, like this one, Art Projects for Kids, you can see that that's got a much shorter web address. Okay, so let's go back. We've hit elementary, we've hit high school. Let's take a look at, we've hit elementary and middle. Let's take a look at high school. Here's an example high school. This is a high school teacher in Colorado that is blogging, and his last one, which was on Wednesday, the 28th of September, he talks about teen athletes and drinking, and these are his thoughts on it. And so you can tell if you start scrolling through his blogs that he also has some about politics. He talks about parenting. He talks about Nickelby. And so he's kind of hitting all different kinds of topics. And so that's okay. That's okay. It's neat to know what other people are thinking. So let's look at this one here, teen athletes and drinking. He talks about it. And there's actually a comment. Somebody is actually leaving a comment. And so they're starting the conversation about teen athletes and drinking. And that's what the power of blogs are. You can actually start a conversation, an in-depth conversation. The difference between blogs and things like Twitter and those micro-blogging sites is that you can actually have thoughtful, deep discussions online with the author of the blogs. Principals, I haven't left you off. There's a great website for campus administrators, and it's called Connected Principals, and it's got a really simple URL. I think all our administrators would be able to figure out that web URL. It says connectedprincipals.com. And this is just, it's not just one person writing this blog, it's actually a collection of principals from all over the United States that are writing blogs, and they're putting them all into one site. So that's a really neat blog site for people, especially campus administrators. The final one I want to leave you with today is one called Voices from the Learning Revolution. And this is another general interest education blog. It covers all K-12 administration, teachers, students, and it's all over the United States and the world. They're getting bloggers from all over the world to participate in Voices for the Learning Revolution. And if you look at it, you can see that they've got questions about grading, should teachers friend their students, global learning. It's a really powerful place, and the authors on there really have some important things to say. So I encourage everybody out there to find a good education blog. Start reading it, and once you start reading those things, you get attached to them, just like you get attached to a television series. You can start reading them, go back to them, leave a comment, and almost in every case, the author of the blog will give you back. So, do you read education blogs? You should be. So, until next time, thanks. Bye-bye.
Thank you for joining us on the EPISD's Digital Discoveries. We hope you enjoyed this episode, and we look forward to seeing you next time.